Hi everyone, Myra here, back with some project shares. And this video will probably be a little wobbly because I have my webcam over here directly in front of me here, and it's not too stable, so it may be kind of wobbly, but I wanted to share this project I did. This was a kit that I bought from Marlene, who is for you, Marlene. Hope I got that right. I'll put her link below. I bought it from her last year, or November 2013, and I actually bought 2 of them from her, and I'm just now getting around to putting them together. She called them Winter Wonderland lights or something like that, and I believe she did hers in silver and white, but she also offered some pink embellishments to add on to the kit if you wanted it to make yours pink. And Winter Wonderland, she made it into like a Christmas theme, so that's what I went with too, but mine has a little bit of a twist. I wanted mine to be able to be set out all year, but also to be used for Christmas, so the Christmassy elements are removable. And I'm going to try and reach around my webcam here and show you this part. I'll show you the Christmas part first right here. This right the little tree set just pulls away from the whole lamp, and it's a separate deal. And what it is I used everything you see here was in the kit, except with the exception of a little bit of paint and some stickles. Everything else came in the kit. She just put together a fabulous kit. I mean, it just came with all kinds of goodies. And I have tons of other goodies over there still. I have a whole bag of silver embellishment, pieces that I could have used, but I wanted mainly the pink and white, so I've got those to play with something else. And excuse the paint on my nails. I was painting, obviously, but what this was is a plastic snowflake. See if I can bring it up closer. Hope you can see with all the distraction in the back, but it was a white snowflake, and I cut part of it off so it would fit up against the lamp better, and I used some paint to paint it pink. I don't know if I can't see my webcam picture very well, so I can't tell if it's focusing or not, so maybe this will be blurry, maybe it won't, I don't know. But I painted the snowflake, and then I took a piece of the fabric that it was like this little snowflakey, oops, just lost my screensaver went down, hang on, okay. This was some fabric that has I don't know if you can tell, like little snowflakes on it. But I just wadded it up and tied it in the middle, and then I just cut it into these little shredded pieces and glued it on top of the snowflake. I took the little trees she put in the kit, one big and one small. They came just regular, like the white or off-white, and I used some paint to paint the pink on them, and glued them down. And then this little white dove here, I don't know if you can see that, there's a little white dove in there. Can't tell if it's focusing or not, but trust me, there's a little white dove in there. I glued that down under the tree, and then this little flower also came in the kit, glued it down. And then there was these snowflakes. There's one here, I can move this trim, there's one there and one hanging on here. I left the hanger on that one and just hung it off the tree there. And then this one, I took the hanger off and glued it down to the base. And then this little trim piece it's like little snowflakes. That was something that she had put into the kit, and I just draped it around the tree. It's not glued on, it's just draped. So that was that element that can just sit by the light for Christmas and then be removed for the rest of the year. And here's the other piece that was the Christmas element. It's this piece right here, and all I did was hold it on with a straight pin. I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a straight pin holding it on. Very simple. And as you can see, it can be removed. And all it was the other snowflake in the kit that had like little hairy pieces on it. And I didn't paint it, I just left it. And then I took some of the seam binding and put it in there and tailed the ends, like, you know, the little tails. Glued that on. And then there was an applique piece in the kit, and I glued that down. It had a bunch of beads on it. And then this little felt birdie was in the kit. Well, everything was in the kit, so I guess I can stop saying that, huh? I glued the little felt birdie, pink birdie down. He already had his little eyeball on. And then this little snow piece that's glittered, put it on there. And then this little rhinestone flower I glued on there. So there's that element. So that's what turns it into Christmassy, those two. Now without those two, here's the lamp that you can leave out all year long. Of course, you could leave Christmas out all year long too. I do. I have several pieces of Christmas around all year long because I love looking at it. But I propped mine up on a tuna can. She used, I believe, a plastic embellishment box to put hers on. But I have this thing about saving cans and jars. I don't know why. And I have tons of them. And tuna cans seem to be one of the main ones I keep. So this is a tuna can, as you can see. I painted it white. And then I put some of, there it is, this stuff here on it. I thought that it was going to be more like a clear with glitter, because it says extreme glitter, but it called it confetti. So I guess confetti means silver, because it came out kind of silverish. I don't know if you can tell that, but see how it says it has that silver tone to it. So they should have put silver confetti on there, but anyway, I hope to find a clear one with glitter one of these days. But that's what I got. That's what I used. And then I went back over that with stickles and gave it a little bit more sparkle. And this I spray painted with some pink spray paint. I didn't have the can out at the time, or I probably would have sprayed it too. And I also sprayed the shade. And the shades came fully covered with, it's something that, you know, she had it was already a lampshade. And you were supposed to take all the outside trimmings and everything off, and I did. And I painted mine pink, and I also painted this part pink. It was gold. And then I put stickles over on top of it. And then she supplied this paper, which is some kind of French writing, and I put that on there. And then I put the stickles on top of that to give it a little bit of shimmer. And I also put it on top of the can down here, and hit the camera. Put stickles on top of that, and then I just glued the candlestick to the tuna can. And I didn't need to weight it down because the size of it, you know, it stands perfectly fine. And you can still get to the light bulb to put in the batteries. I don't have any batteries in mine right now, or I could show you lit up, but I don't have them. But anyway, back to this. She provided this. Let's see if I can move the camera. Oops, sorry. See if I can move the camera up a little. There we go. She provided this lace fabric, and the way I put it on is I cut it to the size of this bottom one, and I glued it all on and overlapped it like 1/2 inch. Glued it all the way around the bottom, and then I just took the top and gathered it up and wrapped seam binding around it and tied it real tight. And then I just clipped about maybe 1/2 inch. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. Sorry. I'm so far away from my monitor, it's hard to see. I'm blind as a bat anyway. But I left about 1/2 inch of the fabric sticking up here. Tied the seam binding, as you can see here, around the top real tight. And then when I got through, I just took glue on the inside and just turned that edge over. Now this edge down here, I didn't do that. Let's see if I can show you without. too much fuss here. See, I just left the fabric hanging down about 1/2 inch. I didn't turn it up over the wire. I just left it down and then kind of glued it at spots around. So this inside wire isn't covered, but the top wire is. So that's how I did that. And then I put the seam binding up here and tied it in a bow. And then this eyelash trim was in the kit. Oh, of course, I'm trying not to say that because you already know that everything was in the kit. But I tied that around and left some dangles hanging up here in the front. And this little applique was in there. I glued that on. And then this charm was also in there. I thought this charm was really pretty. And I attached it to the bottom of the applique. And then I put this rhinestone flower on. And then this center rhinestone, glued it on. And then down here I used the ruffle trim, and in the center of it is another flat back pearl trim. And then this piece here, I just, as you can maybe see, I just draped it over. It's not attached to anything, it's just draped in there. And then down here I took the crepe paper that she included and I ran my thread back and forth, the gathering stitch, and gathered it up and glued it down all the way around. And then I took this was also a flat lace, and I gathered it up with my needle and thread and glued it down. And then I put this flat pearly trim here on, glued it on, and then I tied some of the eyelash stuff around. And then I left this part of the can showing and bare, which I'm fine with. I like the shabbiness, the shabby look of it. And then these two laces were also flat, and I held them together at the same time and ran my string through to gather it. And I didn't glue it, it's just tied real tight around there, so it ruffled around there. But that's basically it. That's how my lamp turned out. I hope Marlene likes it, what I did with her kit. I'm sorry it took me so long to play with the kit because it was so much fun. And I think it turned out absolutely adorable, and I love that I can have it either way, either just shabbiness or Christmassy shabbiness. So I really like that aspect of it. And I've got the other kit I still have to finish. As you could see, I left the bare bones of it so you could see, basically what it looked like kind of before, it was all dolled up. Now she didn't provide the tuna can, that was something I had. But everything else was in the kit, and I think it was just such a wonderful kit. And thank you so much, Marlene. I really, really loved it. If you have any, if she ever offers another kit and you have any wonder if it's going to be a good kit, believe me, it goes above and beyond expectations. She makes wonderful kits, and she puts so many goodies. I have a ton of goodies left still to play with, so it's just a fabulous kit. Thank you, Marlene. So there was that, and then I've got a couple of more things to show you that I've been working on. I did some of these little gift boxes. I just did 4 of them. This I cut out on my silhouette. Sorry if my camera's jiggling. I'm trying to situate it there. Okay. I cut this out. This was a pattern from my silhouette. I'm having so much fun with my silhouette. I finally broke it out, and I've been playing with it, and I've been cutting things up a storm because it's just so much fun. I have a Cricut expression. I have a Cricut. I have a Craftwell. And now I have the silhouette, and it is above and beyond all the others. I absolutely love my silhouette above all others. The others are all in the basement now in storage because I love my silhouette so much. I probably used my Cricut maybe once or twice and just was so frustrated, and I just didn't enjoy it, and I have really, really been enjoying my silhouette. So anyway, that aside, here's the little box I cut out, and it comes with all the parts you see. Comes with the little paper and the parts for the bow and everything. And I just added the little ribbon rose in the center there, and used some shimmer paper for the bow part. But I think it turned out so cute, and it just slides open. Oops, screensaver went down. I should have turned that off before I sat over here, sorry. But it just opens up like that, and you can stick little goodies in it. So I made 4 of those. And then I made another something that I cut out on my silhouette, was these little Halloween signs, I guess you would say. You could put it on a card or on a sign, or just use it as a package decoration. But I just thought they were so absolutely adorable. And they've got I put little wiggle eyes. I don't think it showed wiggle eyes on there, but I thought it needed wiggle eyes. So, and you cut out the back. You got the moon, and then you've got the black background of the Halloween, and then the front part is in gray, and they're individual pieces. The back black piece is one solid piece, and then the kitty is separate. But I made a few of those. I shared some already with friends. Then another thing I cut out on my silhouette was some rooster cards. I just absolutely fell in love with these. I think they're so cute. And again, you just cut out all the parts and glue them down, and you're done. You know, it even comes with the card base to cut. You know, it cuts out. And I left it blank for now until I send them. So it could be happy birthday, thank you, you know, or whatever. So I just left it blank until I used them. But I just think they're absolutely adorable. There's the inside of the card, and then the back. I think they're so cute, and I made a stack of those. I think they're just adorable. And then my last share is some angels. This was a kit that I bought at a flea market or a garage sale or something, and it's supposed to make 24 angels. And I left my sheet over there showing how. I think it's beatery that makes them. But they're really easy. They're just strung on a pipe cleaner, and that's basically it. But here they are. I ended up making 24, and I still had a bunch of beads and stuff left over, so that's fun. You know, I've got stuff to play with for other stuff. See if I can get a picture of it there. And the way they did their halos, they had them tied in. I think I did just one like that. I don't know if I can find it amongst all these. But, let me see real quick if I can. Oh, there it is. They had it to where you tie it on like that. And I just didn't like that. I wanted mine to be centered. So I just ended up gluing them on like that. But I think they turned out so cute, and they're so simple. That's what's, you know, so fun about them. I don't think that's focusing, is it? I can't tell. There, maybe that is. But they just turned out so cute. Well, that's the end of my project shares. Now for an update on my husband. He had his heart cath, and it wasn't very good news. He had some major blockage, so he's going to need to have open heart surgery. They wanted to keep him and do it on Monday, keep him in the hospital and do it on Monday, but he wanted to come home first. So they're supposed to call on Monday. Excuse my chair creaking. They're supposed to call on Monday to set up the appointment for his operation, and it's a pretty major operation. They crack open your chest and go in and open up your heart, you know, deal with your heart, and they stop your heart and attach a machine to you that makes the blood flow for you. You know, it's a machine that does that for you while they have their heart stopped, while they replace all these, bypass the valves. But we're not for sure yet. We know he has to have at least a double bypass. It might even be his triple. We'll know more on Monday, but kind of scary. If you would please keep him in your prayers, I would appreciate it. And thank you all for all your continued prayers. I just really do appreciate it, because I truly believe in the power of prayer, because I don't think he would be with us now if it wasn't for all the prayer and the mercy of God. So thank you, God. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with more projects soon, hopefully. Thank you all for watching. Meow for now.